Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten, and all over the fucking world. It's let's go! Yeah, it's your boy World, the universal one. I'm here. I do what I gotta. As a young star came up that flung songs and niggas mugs with no remorse. I made the choice to be street, and since birth I've been a chief. Had beef, handled with grief. You won't be coming back with heat. In my eyes I'm too loud, so I'ma live. Give it all I got and what it takes to get the cake. Cause I'm a go-getter, most real I'm out for. I've been poor for too long, too strong to be wrong. That's just how it is, I put that on my kid. Cause when I'm gone, this is all his. I'm talking generation money. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy World, the Rama Grindhardtv podcast. We are here today at on location, I should say. As y'all know, I go a lot of different places. I've been in Trinidad, I've been Cali, I've been all over the place. But we are in Long Island at the home of the beautiful Carol Maraj. She is the mom of the Queens living legend, Femc, Nicki Minaj. And we just gonna speak to her right now about some of the things that she have going on and what is she doing for the community and how she can teach you about financial literacy and a whole bunch of other things. So Carol, it's a pleasure to have you here, and I want you to explain to the people what is it that you have going on.
Well, my foundation, we are advocates for women and families who are affected by domestic violence.
Right.
We visit shelters and encourage and enhance lives of those affected. I've been doing this with since 2013.
Okay.
And you know, there's been quite a journey. You know, seeing lives change and seeing people find themselves and stuff.
So, what inspired you to speak on domestic violence?
I was a victim of domestic violence.
Okay. Was it a long time that, like, I noticed in some domestic violence relationships, people stay in them for a while until they really finally had enough. Would you say you sat in it for a while?
I sat in it for a while, and part of the reasons, when you have children who kind of cling to their father, you know, and or the person who is, you know, the abuser, sometimes you kind of you go on and forgive and try and you know, just try again. Right. I stayed in it for a while.
So as soon as you figured that it was enough for you, that's when you decided to start your organization?
I started my organization because I had a burden for other women and who were walking in my shoes.
Right.
And I wanted them to know that they're not alone, because I found myself and I became independent. And if I could do it, they also can too.
Okay. So now that's behind you now. There's nothing like hindering you from moving on in the relationship and stuff. Okay, great. So you're showing that you're a strong woman and you're making it happen.
Yes, I stand before women, other women, as a strong woman.
Yes, you definitely do. You have a strong foundation as well.
My baby sister, and from the master, she's an assemblywoman. I'm the chair of the highest committees, and I have a brother also who's a judge in the family court. The one black man who's a judge in the family court. He's important. His family court is very important. So I'm blessed to have the service. I'm a police officer, and I really believe that we're going to make history. This book to be third. I have a Nassau County's first Caribbean congressman who's on look out for this island, the 11th island of Long Island, and also our islands of Caribbean that are in danger as well. As a county legislator, I can't tell you how many times I got calls from people saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to South Jamaica, my husband's in Trinidad, Haiti, of course, especially. So, you know, I'm going to work, you know, nothing is enough. So, very nice to meet you. Make yourself comfortable, have fun. I want to thank you for having me.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you? I am your host for today, Roxy Digital. I am raised in Elmont, New York. Haitian descent. So Team Haiti, of course, I've very close family ties or a family member love Carrie Solanges, and today we are here, of course, for his fundraiser to benefit him running for New York's Congressional District 4, which is an open seat. And of course, today we are gathering support in advance for his Democratic primary. Please mark the date, August 23rd is when we vote, okay? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a family member to come out and vote. As you know, or if you're not aware, Carrie Solanges supports women's rights and has always been at the forefront. That's one of his priorities. He's proud to join together with so many powerful women, 100 of them, to discuss strengthening women's reproductive rights, equal wages, and creating greater opportunities for women-led businesses. Okay? And just for some background, just in case you don't know who Carrie Solanges is, but I'm pretty sure most of you do. Carrie Solanges was raised in Elmont, New York. Go Elmont, yes. Hometown here, graduating from H. Carey Frank High School in Franklin Square. We will forgive you for not doing Elmont Memorial. Okay? Or Sewanaka. Right. He currently lives in Lawrence. He holds a bachelor's degree from Georgetown University's School of Foreign Service and a Juris Doctorate from Boston College Law School. Carrie, a former Bronx Assistant District Attorney, has practiced law throughout the New York City metropolitan area as a partner in his law firm Solanges and Solanges. Prior to serving within the legislature, Carrie Solanges served as commissioner for the Nassau County Commission on Human Rights. He is currently serving his 5th term in the Nassau County Legislature, covering the Elmont, Valley Stream, South Floral Park, Inwood, and portions of Lawrence and North Woodmere. While in office, Legislator Solanges has fought to ensure that our community remains strong and safe. Okay, so we ask today that you not only donate but support him and put the word out, because he has done so much for our community. If you know him, you know that he loves to get out and voice his opinion and make sure that we are all represented, especially our Haitian community. So we are here to do that today. Take pictures, hashtag Solanges for Congress. Make sure that people know that he's out here doing the work for us consistently. Consistency is key, correct? Yes. And that he is here for all of us, no matter what. So thank you to our host today, Carol Maraj. We appreciate you for hosting at your beautiful home. And we are all ready to step into this pool if you allow us. And for everybody to enjoy and make sure that you know that he supports 100 women past that number, that supports in everything that we believe in, because we need people to believe in what we believe in. We need people to recognize our voice. Black and brown, women and men, Caribbean, Black, all races, everywhere. So please spread the word, and most importantly, vote on August 23rd, 2022 in the Democratic primary for Carrie Solanges.
Absolutely.
I am your host today, Roxy Digital. Please continue to network. We will be on and off as far as networking and just reminding you all to get onto your phones, to get on and sign on and donate. And have a great day. We're going to have a great number of speakers, and we'll be right back, okay? Thank you.
But the majority of times, we will get it done. Because when you have people gathered together with like-minded interests and that have the intelligence that we all do, we're all here in this beautiful backyard, smart, educated people. Especially, I want to recognize Carol Maraj, who I want you to understand that she has a wonderful line of shirts that promote, and an organization that promote, a nonprofit that promote non-violence. And that's very, very, very important. We see now in these times, more so than ever, young people resorting to other methods to resolve their issues. I cannot allow that. I assure you, as your Congress member, I will not allow our young people to fail. That cannot happen. We have to save our young people. And of course, that's by strengthening the families. And how do you strengthen the family? By supporting women. You support women, you support families. It's common sense. And I've been raised by a strong mom. strong aunts, strong grandmothers. I love women, and I'm here to serve you and to do what I can to represent you, to protect you. But I ask you, this is a two-way street. I'm not just here to talk to you. I want to learn from you what issues are important. And so there's a large organization of women supporting me, which I'm very thankful for. And in fact, one of my key leaders is out right now in front of churches, letting people know that's an important election. Never will we have this opportunity again. And again, I'm not someone to sound negative, but never will we have an opportunity where to have a Congress office, a congressional office, where there is no, think about that, there's no sitting incumbent in this seat. The sitting congressperson announced that she is not running for re-election. There will never be another congressional opportunity for our community, whether you define as Caribbean or Black or woman. There would never be another opportunity where most congressional races, it's a multi-million-dollar races. Millionaires just determine who the winners are. Here in this race, my opponent only has $300,000, which is a lot of money. But that's not impossible to beat. There is no runoff, which means that you don't have to win by a large majority. This is like one of the best opportunities for our communities that have been disenfranchised. As a legislator for 10 years, I can't stand when I see at the legislature all the other communities receiving more funding than our communities. And despite how much I could advocate or I could bring communities to the meetings, it doesn't matter because they have the super majority. I see every day other communities receiving grants for this nonprofit, that nonprofit, and our communities are ignored and left out. That cannot anymore. A congressional office can be used to pierce through layers of bureaucracy and solve everyday problems, funding problems, you name it. Yes, having your first mayor, your first legislator, your first council person is great, but to have a congressperson, that trumps it all. Pun intended. That trumps it all. That congressperson can pierce through bureaucracy. One example of something that I want to do to change. The Special Education Act of 1975 has been used to segregate our school to make sure that our young Black boys and girls are no longer in the general student population, and they're putting them in these special classes without any professional opinion or certification that these children have issues. Maybe if they got a letter from a social worker explaining that they had some problems at home, they wouldn't put that child in special education. These same children who then are in special education do not receive the same opportunities and oftentimes live a life of crime. And I cannot allow that. How do I know about that? Because that almost happened to me. When I was in school, they said, oh, your parents come from a different country. We have to put you in special education. Thank God I had a strong mother who stood up and said, no, no. And she didn't know how to speak English well, but she said, no, no, Papi Chinwe, not my child. And I knew they were wrong because by the time I was in 7th grade, I was in all advanced classes. So that goes to show you that they're just trying to, not act in our best interests. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your help. I need your help. For example, we have a lot of lawn signs. We need to know your address. If you'd like to have a lawn sign, if you know many houses or neighbors would like to put up a lawn sign, so that we just don't have lawn signs in the 3rd district, but we have it elsewhere. We have lawn signs, so we need you to provide your address, and we'll provide that to you. If you want to volunteer, phone banking, calling other people, if you want to help us walk door to door, or if you want to suggest or create opportunities for us to meet people, especially in areas that may not know me as much, please, I welcome that opportunity. I look forward to that. We could win this. The election is August 23rd. Early voting starts August 13th, only a couple of days, a month away from this week. A lot of people are going to be away during the month of August, so we could vote by absentee. All right, so again, if you cannot vote, if you're uncertain if you're going to be able to vote, please, many senior citizens have called me saying, hey, I'm going to be away or I can't come out to vote. Can I fill out absentee? Please tell our team. I want to thank Ayal and her husband for being here. Thank them very much. My treasurer, Patricia, everyone, thank you for being here, for helping. I'm surrounded by strong women. I thank God for the women in my life, and I thank you very much for helping me. I'm asking everyone for your support in tangible, intangible ways. please come out and encourage everyone to vote. As you saw the recent gubernatorial election, it was a very low turnout, very low. Only 17% of registered Democrats came out to vote. So what that means, I expect only 8,000 people to come out to vote in this race. 10,000. Okay? So, a small group of people will be able to determine a position that will impact our community for years to come. For years. This is our chance, this is our opportunity, as it says in the book of Ecclesiastics, for every season there's a purpose. And what? I'm sorry, Sunday school teacher? Yes? And a time. And this is our time, ladies and gentlemen. This is our time. It truly is. We have as a society, we have gone through far too much, but when it gets really bad, when the dawn is the darkest, we know that sunlight is just about to come. And that will come August 23rd. Please, I ask you for your support, your additional support. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. The strong women here outside, tell me, what issues are you concerned about and how can your congressperson help you? Yes, ma'am. Yes, Wendy?
I think the student loan situation really needs to be addressed and needs to be addressed factually, especially in our community. I think a lot of working class people in our community are struggling with that, the student loan. That's a tremendous burden on families. And I think if we can see some results with that, I know Biden is somewhere in the air, but we really need some answers, like where is he with it? So the student loan situation is something that's a big burden in our community.
Great point. That's a very great point. I'm glad you raised that. Yes?
I'm thinking about mental health facilities for children. Like we have treatment facilities which include mental health for adults, but nothing for kids. And I think it really starts there. So if we could get something that can, where we could have our children where they could feel comfortable going to someone and speaking about issues that they might have. Because it's really hard for you to find someone that you feel that you can trust to speak to about things without feeling that there's going to be judgment. So I think something like that should be in the list for the younger generation.
Absolutely. I'm very glad you raised that. And yes, ma'am?
Hi, I'm Lori Gregory, and this is my sister Edie. We're from Roosevelt. Speaking of that small hamlet, because that's how we're identified. And a lot of times we don't get to the platform of the national level, where locally our representation does not represent us to the fullest extent. So I thank you for having the courage to be who you are and know that you're not just in that space to fill a seat, but there's change that is very much necessary. My sister spoke about mental health, and that's a big problem because most of the incarcerated, which I'm a retired correction officer, most of the incarcerated comes from our communities. You see most of the black and brown children growing up into the penal systems, and the attachment never goes away. So what we need is something that we can create. We used to have PAL. We used to have outlets. I grew up when it was 4-H, and it was all these different activities for our children. They don't have that. Past 2:15, parents are still at work, but where are the children? And as a grandmother of 8, I definitely would love to see something more than just me being the after-school program or the grandparents, because these kids have to, and we have to identify with what's going on in our communities. So, I would just love to see more programs for our children, as not just teenagers going into the workforce, but our younger children as well.
Great point. Awesome. This young lady wanted to share a possible solution.
Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm Delicia B. Davis. I live on the border of Long Island in Rosedale, but I just opened up a business called the Luxe Library right in Long Island in Lawrence. And we do full service publishing at the Luxe Library. And I want to offer some of our programs. We do right now. We're doing a summer academy, but during the year we do our book clubs after school from 3 to 6 every single day. So I just want to invite you and your youth and your community to come and check it out. See what we're doing in the summer, and also see what we're doing in the fall.
Well, I'm going to also piggyback off that because I'm a trustee for the Roseville Public Library. So,
Oh, yeah?
yes, we have those sort of programs, but not everybody's interested or can make it to a library. So, you know, we not taking anything from that because we have that, you know, we know, but we're also, kids are guided, the good kids are guided. We have to get a hold of all of our children because all of our children are the ones that are our future. Good, bad, or indifferent, you know, so we definitely can speak.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with the Roseville Library. Actually, Queens Library donated one of our tables.
Okay.
So I really appreciate you guys. And I've been an avid reader my whole life. And what I'm saying is we are actually open 24 hours for the community. You know, this is a private business. And we are offering a little bit more than just the books. We're also a full-service publishing company. So we actually help kids publish their books. My sons themselves, they wrote and illustrated 2 children's books already, and we have it in the schools. Yeah. I'm a New York State certified teacher as well, so I'm also teaching for this Department of Education in New York City. But you know, I do want to offer a little bit more than what we're getting from the from public services.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literary awareness.
So I just want to.
Literary awareness.
Literary awareness. Yeah.
So you're a private company.
Yes.
So I am a trustee, one of the trustees for the Elmont Public Library.
Okay.
So I can't vote on it. I can't tell you what to do, but I would suggest that you reach out to the director of the Elmont Library and see if that is a program that you can offer to the children of Elmont for that library.
I would love to. That's how I want to work.
Okay?
That's awesome.
There you go.
That's awesome. Yes, Wendy?
We need you in Lakeview. I think there's a lot of talking about the hamlet on Long Island. Lakeview is misrepresented. We need the politicians to come and pretty much show their support. You know, they're there for the Lakeview.
Absolutely. You know, every year I have to, she knows about it, Mimi knows about it. I have to fight for an early voting site in Elmont. You know, it's not a suit. You know when there's early voting? Like, we have to fight to get that to happen. Right? They're trying to take away our voting rights. And in Lakeview, there should be an early voting site. And they fought us against that, and I want to make that happen. Lakeview's underserved. It's a very great community, and I care about Lakeview because I helped to reopen the 5th Police Precinct, and the 5th Police Precinct represents not just Almont down the street, but also and we got more auxiliary cars in the area, and it's important to me, but we need more. We need more. Lakeview, more, the library especially, we need more support, and we need support to make that happen. Lakeview, as you know, is a historically black community.
Now, what I wanted to say about the other things that you do for the community, you also teach financial literacy to people. I want you to explain a little bit about that. And what is that about?
Well, I was introduced to this company maybe not very long. First, a few years ago when I ignored it, and then I started again.
Mm-hmm.
But what I love about it, what I really like about it is that there's a need. There's a need for financial literacy.
Okay.
And I want to be in anything where there is a need to help minorities or help my community.
Right.
So I realize that we are not taught how to manage money. It's not something that instilled in us as minority, parent, children growing up. So when this opportunity came to me, I realized, this is what the community needs. Mm-hmm. So I'm spending my time now educating.
Now, how long has it been since you've been teaching financial literacy? Because I know everybody knows that, your daughter's successful as a, MC, a rapper in the game. And, when that money starts pouring in, there's a lot of artists out here that don't know how to, keep the money in the family or present generational wealth for their children and things of that sort. Is that something that made you want to get into it, from a large vast of money coming into the home from the success?
of Nicki?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. So you've been teaching
no, it wasn't just from Nicki.
Okay.
Nicki's success.
Right.
Because I was approached and I realized this was something that was needed in the community.
Okay.
It wasn't about Nicki.
All right. So you've always been interested in teaching people how to make money and grow it.
Teaching, I've always been interested in enhancing lives.
Oh, okay.
You know, whether in helping someone get a job, get an education. This is just one of.
Mm-hmm. And you was born in Trinidad and migrated to America.
Yes.
Okay. So would you say that there's a lot of people in Trinidad that need to know about financial literacy?
Yes.
So how would you spread the word to the people in Trinidad to do it?
Oh, I can do it through media, television, radio.
Actually, Grindhardtv, right?
As I'm doing here.
We could create more opportunities for women to receive the right health, access to health, which we all need more access to health. When it comes to Medicare, which I want to expand, and of course preserving Social Security and other important entitlements which we earned, which you paid for. That is the sort of leadership I'm here to provide. There are a lot of great people here today, and I want everyone to network, and I'm going to brag about some of the people who are here today already. But without further ado, I want to thank Petra and Perfection Dance School for being here. You're welcome to perform anywhere. I'm sorry if I'm standing here. You don't have to perform there, but please, thank you so much. I give the floor, or the pool, to Perfection Dance School. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. I guess you can go ahead. Yes, please.
So what are some of the steps that you feel people should take, like real quick, nothing too difficult, just a real quick synopsis on what a person can do if they're making, let's say, $50,000 a year? Like, how could they? What are some of the things that they can get involved in to manage that money and make it grow for them?
Oh, they can get into mutual funds. They can sit with us, and we can really direct and help them as to how to put aside according to their financial needs. So I wouldn't just give a ballpark figure like you're making 50,000, put down 20,000.
Right.
I don't know. Every individual has a different has different needs. We work out a financial needs analysis so that it's tailored to that person.
Right.
But doesn't matter what you're making, you're well able to plan for your future and be successful.
So no matter how much money a person's making, they should be able to put away at least $25, $30 per paycheck, and invest it into something. So is an investment is just as equal as a savings? Because I notice a lot of people always say something about, put away $20, or if you put away $30 and put it in a savings account, it'll grow for you. But a lot of banks don't give really big interest rates.
Sometimes the interest rate and the banks are really, really, really high. So I wouldn't say an investment is exactly like a savings account. It varies.
Right. What are some of the best investments you would say to get involved in?
Oh, wow. You have to come to the class and we will present everything to you.
All right. So.
My name is Malik. About a year ago, I opened a store in Rooseveltville Mall. I'm actually the youngest store owner in Rooseveltville Mall history, so there's a lot of good stuff happening right now. Within the past week, we're actually moving our store right now, so we're renovating. So if you come to the mall tomorrow, the next day, you won't see us. We'll be moving upstairs, but in the next week and a half, we'll be open again. And a lot of that was in response to Mr. Solanges here. I'm very grateful for him. But yes, we've been growing. We're actually like one of the only independent store owners in the mall and black owned. I do a lot to teach others how to grow their own business and start their own business. So I'm here. I try to be a beacon to the community, and I'm from the local community as well. So I'm very grateful to be here.
This young man, once again, we see the beauty and talent of our young people in so many ways. This young man started a business, a clothing line that is on social media is very popular. He's being humble. He's on the way to be the next Ralph Lauren to take a picture with him.
Wait. So look, I actually brought Carrie here a present, and I want him to try it on. He hasn't even seen what's in here, so you got to try it on for everybody to see right now. Yeah.
I need a new watch.
Let's see what's in there.
Wow. Look at the presentation. Isn't it beautiful the way our young people present themselves? This presentation is amazing. And wow. Oh, look at this. Wow. Look at
All right. Turn him to a superstar. Thank you very much.
It's all about supporting our young people and supporting each other. And as your Congress member, I'm going to focus on helping our small businesses, our businesses grow. I'm a business owner for well over several years. And there are a lot of other business owners who are here today. Let's support our community in every way possible. But again, thank you to Mr. Dupree. Give him a round of applause. Thank you.
If people want to get involved, with learning about financial literacy and being able to build wealth, like how would they get in contact with you for that?
Right. You can I can give you a number where you can call. You can call 670-6764 and set up a one-on-one consultation.
Okay.
Because as I say, everyone is different. Their needs, their financial needs are different. So 516-670-6764.
So when the people call, right? Is it a class that they have to go through? Is it a fee that they have to pay?
First, I'll have a conversation, or one of my team members will have a conversation with you to know exactly where your head is.
Right.
And then from there, we will have a Zoom meeting. And after that Zoom meeting, we'll just be from there you can do you could sign up right there to start doing what we do, or financial needs analysis, and we'll know exactly where we go from there.
Now, this company that you're involved in, like, how long have you been involved with this company?
I've been involved since last year, maybe a year.
Okay, and you loving it? Is it?
I'm loving it because I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm seeing lives change. I see, it's just something that that's in me. That's just my nature.
Right.
To enhance lives and to help others.
Okay.
And I realize that this community we are really in need of financial literacy. We are in need of it. Instead of taking our monies and just saving it for a Gucci bag.
Right.
You can't get anything from that Gucci bag later.
Actually, it was a class you was just doing earlier, and they were saying something about one of the females said they have a whole bunch of bags in the closet, and those bags aren't creating any type of equity or wealth.
That's what we teach others. Let's try to work this out so that we can benefit, because as I say, my upline said, we know the date of our birth, but we do not know the date of our death.
Correct.
And life, these things happen. Death comes. It's worth it.
Yes.
To put aside for your future, your retirement. We do a financial independence number where you know exactly how much money you need for retirement. And people living longer nowadays, so people need to know, what is my PIN number? What do I need for retirement? And that's what we do.
Do you think people really know what's the number that they would need to live off of as a senior?
Yeah, because there's calculations to prove how much you need.
Okay.
People, it's not just there's a way we calculate it.
Right.
You see, well, you think you need 40,000, but you really need 1 million, 2 million.
Well, nowadays to live,
people living longer nowadays.
And that's kind of ironic that you're saying that, because now, like y'all said, like a lot of people are living longer, but just through this pandemic, we done lost so many people. It's like now that everybody's immune to the COVID, that people are living longer. Because me, myself, I say living at least to 80 to me is a long life for me. Yeah, I'm happy if I can live to at least 80 years old. Because, in our community, black and brown people, a lot of us don't live too long, like past 70. A lot of guys are dying in their 50s and in their 60s and stuff like that.
I realize why black and brown people did die in the 60s and stuff.
Why?
Because all we try to eat is a whole lot of oil and a lot of grease, and it's holding on to our arteries. By the time we reach 60, we don't good.
Right.
We're not paying attention to healthy living, eating healthy. You see, I don't want to say anything, but when it comes to what the Asians do,
well, we can actually go into that, because on Grindhardtv podcast we can talk about stuff like that. The Asians, they do eat a lot of rice, and we're kind of told to not eat a lot of rice because of the carbs.
But I tell you what they do. You see that rice with a whole lot of pak choy and a whole lot of stuff with it.
Right.
We're not gonna eat rice, and they're not eating rice with fried chicken.
Right. They're eating rice with like something, octopus or something like that, something raw and healthy.
Pak choy.
Yeah. Seaweed and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's funny, because I see when they sit down.
Yeah, they don't eat what they sell.
They don't eat what they sell.
Not at all.
Never see fried chicken there.
Never. But they'll put out about 1,000 orders of fried chicken, but they won't eat it.
And that's why we keep getting diabetes and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I'm aware why we keel over in our 60s.
Yes.
It's just our eating habits.
Yes, you're right. But fried chicken is good.
We love
You're supposed to only eat it like once a week or something like that. I was told.
Smell it and you're like,
all right, but you being from Caribbean descent, a lot of spicy foods and things of that sort. It is, it's not as healthy for us as possible. But that's like a pastime for Caribbean cooking.
I want to say this to you, what I heard yesterday, that people who eat a lot of spicy food tend to live longer.
Yeah.
So that means they change stuff every few years. They say milk is good, milk is not good. Now they say, so I'm like, okay, I have to go eat a whole lot of spicy food. But that's what it said. They tend to live longer, and you just said that it's not good for you.
Well, I know. I just brought my mom to Trinidad, and she's a senior, and she doesn't have a gallbladder. So the spicy food that she was eating, it went right through her, because spices break up, or I guess, all of the fecal matter in your intestines faster. So if you don't have that gallbladder to hold it before it can get into the intestines, then you'll constantly be, having to move your bowels. So to certain people who can't digest it or be able to withstand the spiciness, because a lot of people that I know that I work with, they're Caribbean descent, and they love spice everything. As soon as we eating something, even if it's a spicy something, you got that pepper, you need this pepper on it, and everybody really can't deal with it is in the same instance. So with that being said, people just got to really watch what they eat and know what's good for their bodies.
Study, balance it.
Right, just like people got to know what's good for their financial budget and how they should be able to budget their finances. Correct.
You'll be happier.
Yes, and you'll live longer.
Healthy, have wealth, and that's what we need.
And that's true, because being healthy, living long is about being healthy as well, because you don't want to be an old person that can't get around. Who wants to be confined to a wheelchair or stuck in, with the 4 cane thing? You don't want to do that.
You just want to die.
Yeah, see, that right there would make people not want to live longer, whatever. So you being a grandma, right? How does that make you feel about passing that generational wealth and knowledge on to the next generation to come?
I'm going to be passing it on to my grandchildren.
Mm-hmm. But it's not just about your grandchildren. It's about the community within itself.
Of course, and they are part of the community. So, I'm going to be doing that. And it's amazing, the knowledge we get later on in life. We often wish we were as wise.
Sometimes it be too late, though.
It's never too late.
Right, that's what I wanted to hear.
It's never too late.
Astro. Yeah. Sun is down, freezing cold. That's how we already know. Winter's here. My dog will probably do it for Louis Bell. That's just all he know. He don't know nothing else. I tried to show him. Yeah. I tried to show him. Yeah. Gone on you with the pick and roll. Younger flame, he in sicko mode. Nathan's here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside, when they pull up, they give me loose. Yeah, jump out, boys. That's Nike boys hopping our coast. Way too big when we pull up, give me the loot. Was off the Remy, had up at post. Had to hit my old town to duck the news. 24-hour lockdown, we made no moves. Now it's 4 a.m. and I'm back up popping with the cool. I just landed in, Chase B mixes pop like Jamba Joe's. Different color chains, think my jewelry really selling fruits. And they joking, man, know the crackers wish it was the news. Sunset.
Surrender retreat, we all in too deep. Plan for keeps, don't play us for weak. Surrender retreat, we all in too deep. Plan for keeps, don't play us for weak.
Way too formal, y'all know I don't follow suit. Stacy Dash, most of these girls ain't got a clue. All of these hoes, I made all records I produce. I might take all my exes and put them all in a group. Hit my essays, I need the booch. About to turn this function into Bonnaroo. Told her hop in, you coming too. In the 305, treat me like I'm Uncle Luke. Have to slap the top off, it's just a roof. She said, where we going? I said the moon. We ain't even make it to the room. She thought it was the ocean, it's just a pool. Now I gotta open, it's just a ghost.
But I do want to say this. I do want to say this. When these young ladies finish their studies, I want them to come back or continue being here in Nassau County. I want to make sure that when I am your congressperson, the seeds that I will plant, will create housing opportunities for these young ladies to start a family. The elimination of college debt, or providing incentives for young people to get into teaching, nursing, all these occupations in which we need now qualified people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this for these young ladies. That's why we're here, our future. And our future we know and we see is already bright because they are talented, they are beautiful, they are confident. I salute you, I appreciate you, thank you. I'm a big supporter of the arts. There are several dance schools I support. I really love our children. We are blessed to have in our communities beautiful children, young people who always do the right thing. So thank you for being here. I appreciate how you inspired us through your dance and your art. We thank Perfection Dance School. Let's hear a good round of applause. And they have cars here. They're located in Willows Avenue in Elmont. And please, anything else, Petra?
Oh, we have our nonprofit organization also called Dare to Dream Perfection, Inc., in which we support the girls when they have that transition between high school and college. So if there's anything that they may need to enter into that first year, including guidance, monetary, that's what we do with Perfection, Inc. So if you can support that with any donation. Here I have 3 graduates that are going through, plus my other little girl. There are 3 graduates that are going through that we hopefully will be able to give them all scholarships this year. I'm working on my 3rd, but we have 3 girls here, and we're all hoping to give them scholarships to go into their first semester. We're 2 years strong. So far, we've given away 1 scholarship, $1,000 scholarship, so we're hoping to give away 3 this year.
That's awesome. Support our young people. Thank you very much.
Thank you again.
Please, we have extra food. Please help. Thank you very much.
I listened to that.
He was asking if I can. Yes. These are just shirts that I try to get young kids to wear and through homes and schools and stuff, so that they can make a statement regarding this violence. Absolutely. So I created it, and
turn it around. Let me see the back. Let me see the
you
back.
support Carol Marajfoundation, and you support
Excellent.
Advocate.
I'll definitely take
I've shown them before.
So we're gonna pass over and check you out.
Okay, it's pretty. Miss Carol, maybe you could go this way.
She said, "Go over there where it's pretty." Sure.
Where's your basket? There you go.
It's right here.
I won't burn my food, but you got the light.
Got it. Check it out.
Let me get one with you.
Yeah,
This young lady was my cousin also. That's right there.
Really?
Have you got your license yet?
All right.
Thank you. This is definitely good. I'm going to utilize.
So you have clothing, men's clothing, right?
Men's, women, and the glasses. Oh, open this up. Open this up. Just so you see, this is Rick Ross wearing the glasses.
So this is for women too?
Try them on.
Yeah, come on, take off. What's that? Gucci? What is those? What is those?
You know it's some high-end
my
brand.
Gucci is upstairs. I can grab someday. I don't know what to do.
Which phone is
That's
this
my
one?
Gucci.
Oh, those look gonna look really nice on you.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I like those. I like those. I like those.
I'm not looking
Let me
cute.
see
Yeah,
what they
there
look
you
like.
go. Look at that.
Yes, that's how you do it. And they go with your fit.
Look at you.
Yeah.
In the dress?
Look.
That's perfect.
That's the one. That's the one.
That's your Yeah, I like
just
it.
one of them. I have a bunch of different ones, you know?
Come over and check it out.
So I'm moving the store right now. We'll be closed for a week and a half. Yeah, so we're moving upstairs. Yeah.
Okay, while everybody is talking about their thing, I want you all to remember that the Carol Maraj Foundation supports women that goes against, that are abused, domestic violence. And remember, domestic violence does not only affect women, it also affects men, because sometimes we forget who's the boss and we stand up too tall, you know what I mean? So when you purchase a shirt from the Carol Maraj Foundation, it's not just supporting women, it's also supporting men that need help, that have no psycho support system, don't know how to psychologically cope with verbal abuse, because you know we talk a lot, right? We say a lot of stuff that hurts, even though we don't raise our hands. So don't leave without contributing something towards a t-shirt. And I'm going to plug my own company in. A year and a half ago, we started something called Jamaica Choice Foods. It's frozen Jamaican foods in the freezer section of your aisle. So while you're looking for TV dinners, lean cuisines, we got something that tastes good. Don't leave without my card. Thank you.
Is there any stores I can find it?
Yes, we are actually in Food Bazaar, Seatown, Western Beef, and G Food.
You have the Western Beef on Dutch Broadway?
Dutch Broadway and
That's all I need to know.
About farmers.
West Hempstead.
Oh, West
We didn't
Hempstead?
hit
Okay.
farmers yet.
All right, cool.
So we are in West Hempstead and in Dutch Broadway.
Hold your card up. Let me film this real quick. I need people to see this.
This is the first. We are the first to do this. Jamaica Choice Food.
All right,
Frozen
nice to meet
food, frozen Jamaican food in the freezer section of the local supermarket.
Very nice. Very
Thank
nice.
you so much. We are first to do this. Remember now.
We know you on camera.
Thank you.
Sorry. Sorry.
Any size or like three smalls and three mediums?
You tell me. Which one would you like, sweetheart?
A large, you have large too.
Y'all took a picture. Let me get a picture of y'all together. You know, she runs a dance school, and she has so many talented young people.
So just do it for the top, for the foundation and give them your foundation. So you
Can I take a picture? Yes, it is, ma'am. Yes, it is. Sure, of course. Thank you. Yes, of course. Anayo, Carol, can I take a picture of both of you?
It's
yeah,
easy.
sure.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you so much.
I'll jump in
And then
after
I'll
that.
take-
Aisha, maybe you could be looking at hold the shirt.
You can hold the shoe.
Yes. I like that shirt.
Ready? 1, 2. Oh, I got the shot. I got the shot. I gotta jump in. I'm jumping in.
One more. Yes,
Yes, he
one
does.
more.
Yes, he does.
One more time, Carol. Thank you.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Share it and
Yes, Thank you. So 6 shirts, you can mix it up, whatever she wants.
Some large, medium, 2 large, 2 medium, 2 small.
Sure, why not?
Perfect. I have one, so we just need 5 more.
Okay, 2 for 1 more large. I have mediums, I just brought them out.
Maybe 3 medium and 2 large.
And I have food here, so please, anybody take home food, please. Yes. And then,
So you have, these are 2 mix. Oh, I need to get you the bag. I have so many pretty bags. Where are they? So this is 2 small. What do you have?
So I have 1 medium, 1 small.
Okay.
yes. Yes. So Jamaican people?
Yes. My Jamaican people. I don't know sound like good things, not true? And them say back home out of many one people.
Go right there.
Come here. I'll be right there with you.
Oh, okay. So as we say back home, out of many one people, Solanges for Congress. You don't have to wonder how the word spell, right? Just as long as you remember, so long as is Solanges. Solanges for Congress. Go out and vote and make a difference in our community. He's about upliftment. He's about promoting positive moves. He's supporting our young people. You should have seen the dance move. My daughter is getting excited, and we're about change. So go out and vote. It's Solanges for Congress. One love.
Brings all of you ladies here.
Carrie Solanges.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all voting. Y'all obviously gonna vote for him, right?
Definitely, not just vote, spread the word, let it be known. We need that strength and voice in the office.
Okay.
Yes, in office, I should say.
And y'all all from this area, obviously.
Yes, we are.
Hey, are y'all of Haitian descent as well? Oh, okay. All right, cool.
He has a little bit of everyone supporting him.
That's good. That's a great thing.
Yes.
The more we can tag, the better we can win.
Yes, strength in numbers.
Tag, the more they other ones out.
So who's the person that y'all want out?
Who's the person in?
Well, actually, I'm not from this district, so I don't know who he's running against.
Well, Congress, if he's running for Congress, then you got Kathleen Ray says there.
Oh, okay.
She was DA. So it's now time for her to be on her way.
So y'all here in support to make sure he gets in.
Yes, that's right. Oh, he's in. We just have to wait for this day to come.
I hear
You
that.
already put it out there. He is the next Congress.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
So like Belmont, they have us over 125,000. That is true, but it's not reflective of what you are doing. Particularly on the field. So you have somebody that makes $125,000. If their spouse or significant other is not making that side, it's not. So that's why Jimmy and I have people who are doctors and nurses or any other kind of profession on our food unit. $30 you can save somebody from food. That's a guideline that really needs to look at. Because when you look at how we map index from federal, it does not have health. And what that does is it sends all these nonprofits that could be working anywhere else to Hempstead. And that's what you have in nonprofit. And they could be working in Elmont, they could be working in other places together. So you can
I agree. The federal, absolutely. We talked about your organization, and I agree with you. And ramifications